Get ready with me, Mounjaro week 1. If you're in your first week of Mounjaro, what would I do all over again now that I'm 3 months into doing Mounjaro and 30 pounds down? I'm going to do a get ready with me. I'll have all the products linked down in the description link below. Just click ... more and you can see everything that I'm putting on today if you're interested. Okay, so these were a couple of things that if I was first starting out again on Mounjaro week 1, by the way, I'm using my CIRCCELL. They are the vitamin C Ampoules. I can never pronounce that properly, but that's what these are. I would know that so many people get gastrointestinal issues. So number one, gastrointestinal issues, if you have diarrhea or if you have constipation, everyone loves talking about poop on Mounjaro. Now on Mounjaro 5 milligrams, but if you're starting off with your Mounjaro 2.5 milligrams, you're in your first week, know that or even after that too, by the way, like even with injections after that, know that a lot of people get gastrointestinal issues and it's totally normal, totally normal. Touch your doctor. I would have on hand, and I'll link these down below too, my Mounjaro success checklist, and then also our Mounjaro free weight loss encouragement group, also Wegovy weight loss and Ozempic weight loss encouragement group. It's bumping. We have so many people. It's so fun. It's awesome. If you want to, only positive people though. If you're negative, you're not allowed. It's only positive people allowed in our Mounjaro weight loss group. But that checklist will also have some of these on there too if you just want the direct links too. Here's my CIRCCELL serum. It's the day and night serum. So having Pepto-Bismol, and then also if you get constipated too, there's some other things on that checklist as well for constipation or if you get diarrhea. Now, I had my first week not sulfur burns, because a lot of people get sulfur burns. I didn't get sulfur burns. I got heartburn, or acid reflux. It burned on my throat. Like I would go to bed and I'd have to literally sit up because if I lay down, the acid would burn so badly. I was like, what? Hold on, let me get the next. Okay, I just bought these. They were one of the #1 bestsellers on Amazon. They're like the Drunken Elephant tanning drops. They're called Sublime Bronze. I'm going to put the self tanning drops in my moisturizer to hopefully make my pasty skin less pasty and a little bit tanner. So I wasn't anticipating with my Mounjaro first injection that and I'm just going to do, how many drops are we going to do here? 1, 2, we did 5. We'll see if this is as good as like Drunken Elephants or Skin Lux. The Skin Lux ones are $50. This was like not expensive at all. So hopefully I don't look like an Oompa Loompa later on. So with that burn, I had Pepto-Bismol pills, and that was very, very helpful for the burn. I also had severe leg cramps. Most people don't get the severe leg cramps, by the way. I talked to my doctor about it to like rule out blood clots. Of course, like be in communication with your doctor would be like tip number 2 is as you go through these, talk with your doctor. Like I have there's a DM system that my medical doctor has, which is really, really helpful. So if I have questions, I can just easily ask. And then her or her nurse assistant, who's fabulous, will reply back pretty quickly to that. If I'm like, hey, I have like X, Y, and Z questions. And that was really, really helpful to figuring out like some of these things of like, oh my gosh, my throat's burning, or oh, my legs are hurting, and do I have a blood clot? And so they're really, really helpful. So being in communication, that would be my first thing. Number 3, if I had to go back and I was doing Mounjaro first week, Mounjaro 2.5 milligrams all over again for my Mounjaro first shot, I would allow myself more time to sleep within the first 24 hours. I still get really tired after my first shot. One of the side effects for me is I get really sleepy, and I'm a wife, I'm a mom. You can see me on Amazon Live if you want to see what I'm getting ready for right now. I'll link that down, like the show that I'll be on in a little bit. I'll link that down below. And so I have all these responsibilities. I just didn't plan, and I wish someone had told me to properly plan. By the way, I'm using my e.l.f. Camo Concealer. I would have better planned. I would have better planned for being tired, and also just in general, like not feeling my best with like acid burn and leg cramps and all of that. Now, with the leg cramps, I bought, because you guys told me to, you're like, go buy Element. It's LMNT. And Element was super nice. They ended up sponsoring, because I reached out to them. I'm like, these are amazing because there's no sugar. If you are using liquid IV electrolytes, there's a ton of sugar in there. Thank you to my friend David who told me that. I was like, Elizabeth, you are consuming so much sugar. So look at your liquid IV if you're using that as your electrolytes. Shocker, newsflash, Charlotte Tilbury, by the way. Newsflash, it's gonna have a lot of sugar in it. So I switched over to Element, 0 sugars. It has potassium, sodium, magnesium, helps with electrolytes, helps if you work out, helps if you're tired. Navy SEALs use it, and hello, I'm a Navy SEAL. No, just joking. Just want to make sure you're paying attention over here. So those have been helpful, and I do actually have, they were really nice. I reached out to them. I'm like, I'm obsessed with your product. So they gave the Countess of Shopping community a free sample pack if you make any purchase. It doesn't even have to be like the big jumbo box. It could just be like any purchase. You get a free sample pack. I'll link that down below too in our, I'll link that down below. I'm obsessed. Obsessed. The next thing, starting off with Mounjaro, my first, I totally also got super cranky because I was not engaging in binge eating at night and food issues. Many of you guys know I have food issues and food challenges that I've been actively working so hard to heal, and I am healing. I am in the process of healing those things. But I didn't realize you take away my food vice. I got a little cranky, and my family was like, whoa. So I've had to be super mindful about that. I've started doing more meditation, which I have the best meditation, by the way. It's called Waking Up. It's a meditation app. You buy it, and you buy like a lifelong subscription, but oh my gosh, it's amazing. My family does it. My son does it. He's 7. They have a kid's version, and it's like, you pretend that you're chocolate. Your toes are like chocolate melting, sinking in. Like, it's cute stuff like that. But it's really helped to calm the food chatter, which Mounjaro totally has helped with. Mine didn't go away, and that was one of my other things. I erroneously thought going into Mounjaro, it would take away all the food noise that I had, and it didn't. For me, it still is there. It's significantly quieter, and I'm actively working to heal that, but it's still there. So you hear a lot, or I heard a lot, and I don't know if you guys hear this, about people having their food noise completely stop. That was not the case for me. So going back to the first week on Mounjaro, I would encourage you for your Mounjaro 2.5 shot, you know, just because someone says that on the internet that they lost, doesn't mean that that's necessarily going to happen for you. And I think I had the expectation, because I read it so much, that the food noise was magically going to go away. And it kind of set me up for disappointment with it when it didn't. So I want to encourage you, like, you may not have that food noise go away. I didn't, particularly not in the first week. So, wait, let me put my eyeliner on. I forgot to put on my setting spray, Thank Me Later by Elizabeth Mott. It's one of my favorites. And then I also have been trying yours. It's sunscreen mist for your face after you put your makeup on. So I'm gonna get my lashes on. My alarm just went off that I have like 2 minutes to get on air, no pressure. It's gonna be a great show. But so going back over to the, I also immediately lost compulsion for like eating at mealtime. That was the other thing. Like, while the food chatter didn't go away, my appetite suppressant pretty much kicked in the first day, like the first 24 hours, which was crazy. We went out to eat. My husband's like, I can't believe this. And I said, wow, I'm just full. And he said, do you know why? Do you know why you feel that way right now? And I said, why? And he said, it's your injection. And I'm like, you're absolutely right. You are absolutely right. It is my injection as to why I'm not hungry right now. And that was a miracle, because that's not happened to me. Like, I've been praying for that. Like, that's a miracle. Are those eyelashes crooked? I don't know. If I turn my head slightly now, they're not crooked. Okay, I'm gonna spray on this stuff. I have to be determined if this is a recommendation. I think it is. I like it. I sprayed it last time and I liked it. Air. Do you guys ever have that? I'm like, don't breathe, don't breathe, don't breathe. So the electrolytes, having things like for constipation or diarrhea, acid burn, like just having stuff in your medicine cabinet, super helpful. Super, super helpful. So you don't have to make your husband run out late at night to go get it. the count has been amazing. He's been amazing. The other thing that I did is I ended up buying low carb conscious meal deliveries. They're like, they put all the ingredients together, really cool recipes, and then I make them. Those have been a godsend. I love them. We're on week 4 of those. My family loves them. I love them. Last night we had this delicious like pork Asian dish. It was so good. It had fresh ginger in it. It was so good. My little boy was like, this is my 3rd favorite meal ever in my entire life. I said, excuse me, I'm like Sesame Street chef. So if you're not sure what to eat, food plan to have, that one has been amazing. It's very inexpensive. They've given us a 75% off code. I've been buying mine and I said, hey, can you get something for the Countess of Shopping community? So they did. So those are also down in the description link too. My affiliate links are down there too. So having food planned, but then I will eat the leftovers the next day because I'm not eating as much. By the way, our grocery bill, significantly less. Like my husband and I did a budget meeting for the month for last month and he's like, we saved over $1,500 from our food budget. I know, don't judge. I know people are judging right now. Stop judging, don't judge me. Just send love and light, love and light. But that's crazy. Like that's crazy. And obviously like Mounjaro is not, it's not an inexpensive drug and things like that. And so that has balanced out with the food costs. So be thoughtful of, if you're thinking this is expensive, the inverse of that too is how much money you're going to save not buying food or other things associated with food, which to me has been cuckoo birds crazy. So join today our free encouragement, our Mounjaro weight loss encouragement group. If you're on Wegovy weight loss or Ozempic weight loss, join it. It's a great group. Like I'm in there like so much. Every couple hours I'm in there and I love it so much. To get my free Mounjaro success checklist, it's my Mounjaro weight loss success checklist. It has the links for these things down below. I keep adding to that checklist too as people tell me, so feel free in the comments if you have additional ones to add, put them in there. People have also had headaches as one of the Mounjaro side effects. So just prepping for side effects. I was more tired than usual and I have my electrolytes and that's been really, really helpful for those leg cramps too. So be kind to yourself, be kind to others. Countess of Shopping, where joyful living meets royal living. Have a great day. Bye guys.